All right, I want to give everybody just a little bit of time to get on. Those who are going to uh, worship with us on this Sabbath day. And again, we always here at True Storehouse, husband and I, PastorG. We do appreciate your being with us and worshiping with us in spirit and truth. At this time, I ask if our King, he will come and bless us, please. Just stay right here.
In the Father Yard, we pray for Pastor Ginger, Dad, Queen, me, and all the people that shall open their eyes, and all the people that shall seek Yahweh's true word and Yahweh's true kingdom. Amen.
Praise God at this time and have the blowing of the shofar so we can open up our Sabbath. Hallelujah. If you want any reference concerning the Sabbath, you can go to Numbers chapter 10, and it will tell you about the Sabbath and why we blow the horn and the trumpet and the shofar. Calls the attention of the Sabbath. That's what it does. Just calls the attention of the Sabbath. Hallelujah. And we, here at True Storehouse, we usually turn and face the east. Hallelujah. Praise God. Hallelujah. 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 At this time, I want to give those, if you don't know, that I on live YouTube, Pastor Ginger E. Williams, and live Facebook as well, and live Periscope. So there's those who, I'm exactly at 7, so there are those who may be grabbing their pen and paper and the Torah. So I'm going to give them a few minutes. I'm going to sing a song that years ago, and I was really going through, and I had a job that I had to walk to. It took about an hour to get there, an hour to get back. And it was in the summertime, and it was very hot. And I walked, and as I walked to the job, and when I got there, I had to stand up because I cut hair. So that meant I stood 8 to 10 hours a day. But in that, because I had no transportation, but in that, there was a song that came to my heart. There was a song, the words began to come to me. And so this is the song. This is what came out of that back in about 2007. So I'm going to sing that and give everybody a little opportunity to get on. Praise Yah. Hallelujah. Oh, Yah, you are my strength, my Redeemer. Savior, and I know I could do nothing this weary land. So I say thank you for all your blessings you bless me with each and every day. So I say thank you. I say thank you. And I say thank you. And I say thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your grace. And I say thank you. And I say thank you. Praise Yah, hallelujah. It's good to give thanks unto Yahweh each and every day. Praise Yah. As you seen, as the title tonight was, it's good, the good of our afflictions. Very familiar passage of scripture. You know, we're going to come out of Psalms 119:71. All right? And we're going to come out of Psalms 34. And we're going to come out of the book of Ezra. We're going to come out of the book of Ezra. But let's go to Psalms 119:71. Psalms 119:71. And as I was preparing this is what I began to think about and reminisce on. Oftentimes people say, if you can do anything over again in your life, if you could go back in life and do anything over, would you? A lot of people say, yeah, well, I go back and, I try to make it right with my mom, and I go back and I, try to clean up some things with my children and do some things in life that I should not have done that maybe have cost me where I am today. And so we have a lot of things that we come up with, especially when you start approaching the age, you start thinking about your life, the rest of the years of your life. And so, as I began to prepare this and the Ruach began to minister unto me with this, what came to mind is, Ginger, would you go back and do anything over again? And I really have to say that because I am the person, listen to me, not the acquiring of stuff and things, but because I know Ginger inside and out, all right? Because I know me, the way that I know that I am, I began to think about and say, if the things and the situations and the circumstances that I've been through in life, if it made me and molded me, even though they were some tough situation, even though there was some weary situations, some heavy situations, some complicated situation, if at the age of 50, if the things I have been through in life, to arrive at the age that I am now, and with the thought pattern that I have now toward my Yahweh, our Abba, our Father, if those things made me who I am today, I wouldn't go back and change one thing. That's hard to say because a lot of people want to go back and say, oh, I wish I would have went to college, and I wish I would have went to the service, and I wish I would have hung out with that crowd. I wish I would have got pregnant in my teenage years, and I wish I would have dated that man, and I wish I would have dated that young lady, or married that man, or married that young lady. But if you can stop in your life and do a check and balance of yourself, and if you are okay with yourself, that means that you can love yourself no matter what, then I would say to you, there's nothing that you should go back in life to try to change and do the is. Now, I hear a lot of people always quote Psalms 119:71 says, it is good for me that I have been afflicted. We always stop right there. It was good that I have been afflicted. But why will it be good that you are afflicted? Let's read on. That I might learn thy, which is Yahweh's statutes. So it says, it is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. Now let's do just a little bit of what I call exegesis of the book of Psalms. Because you got to understand the writers of the book of Psalms. David wrote the most books of Psalms, but the book of Psalms is a collection of songs that came from the various authors of the book of Psalms. You got authors in the book of Psalms that are unknown, some are unknown. Solomon is a credit for writing some Psalms. David, Ezra, who we're going to deal with tonight, Nehemiah, and more of the prophets wrote songs. They wrote songs out of their experience here on earth. Whether their experience was with the Most High, whether their experience was personal, whether their experience was life associated, they always came out of that with a song on their heart. And so the book of Psalms is not just hymns, but they are actual life experiences and actual thoughts of those who Yahweh had Yahweh's hand on. And so to understand, why would somebody say it is good for me that I have been afflicted? In Psalms 119, which is the longest passage of scripture in the Bible. Psalms 119 is attributed to Ezra. Ezra is who we call the scribe. And he was also a priest. And so we must understand, what was it that Ezra was talking about? What would cause a person to say, it is good for me that I have been afflicted. Nobody wants to be afflicted on no shape, form, or fashion. So why would a priest and why would a man that is attributed to writing the law, why would he say it is good? It was a good thing that I was afflicted. Well, let's go to Ezra, the book of Ezra. Let's go to the book of Ezra. And let's begin. Ezra picks up his journey, picks up in chapter 7, and it continues on until chapter 10. But Ezra, what happened with Ezra, we got to know Ezra's portion. We got to know Ezra, what was on his shoulder. We got to know the burden that was placed upon Ezra, that Ezra was saying it is good that I is afflicted, that I was. What's the good of the affliction? What could come out of being afflicted? As he said, that I might learn thy statutes. What he's saying is, whatever it is, it was good that I was afflicted because it drew me to know Yahweh, our Abba, our Creator. But we got to understand, what is it that will cause Ezra to make the correlation between afflictions and to learn about Yahweh, our Creator? What's so good? Because everybody wants to come to know the Creator in this great passive and loving kindness. And yes, Yahweh is loving kindness. He said, with loving kindness have I drawn thee. But Ezra must know something. Ezra is a scribe. Ezra is a priest. He has the responsibility of reestablishing and rebuilding the children of Israel spiritually. So as we approach the book of Ezra, they say what happened, that really when it comes to Ezra, that when Ezra begins to approach what he's going to do for Yahweh, this is what we call the second Exodus. It is after the children of Israel had come out from bondage once again, a second time under king. What was the king? I forgot the king's name. Let me go back. Nebuchadnezzar had placed the children of Israel, you got to understand, in captivity. This is the second Exodus experience. They are free now. And so now King Cyrus is king. So King Cyrus gives Ezra the permission and the decree to go to Jerusalem and begin to rebuild the wall, to begin to rebuild the temple once again. See, in the time of our ancestors, it was very important to establish the tabernacle, the temple. That was very serious. Before we did anything else, our responsibility, if we didn't have that tabernacle in place, we felt like that we didn't have nothing else in place for us. So, unlike today, it was serious business to rebuild the wall and to reestablish the kingdom of Yahweh. Serious business. This was serious to our ancestors. To reestablish the laws, the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments of Yahweh. It was serious business. And so Cyrus the king gives Ezra the responsibility and makes a decree and gives him the letter to pursue and to travel and to journey to Jerusalem and Judah, which is in Jerusalem, and give him the permission to rebuild the wall and reestablish the tabernacle. And so Ezra, as we arrive to chapter 7 or chapter 8, and I'm just going to pick and choose some verses because we don't have a lot of time to go through the whole story. Bless you, Mother. Bless you. Thank you. So if we go to Ezra chapter 8, 21, we're going to begin to understand Ezra in Psalms 119 and 71 when he says, "It is good for me that I have been afflicted that I might learn thy statutes." So let's go to verse 8 and 21. 8 and 21. So I built the premise, and you know why? Ezra, what he's doing now. So 8:21 says, "Then I proclaimed a fast there at the river of Ahava, that we might afflict ourselves before our source, Elohim, our source, our power, all right, who we serve, who is Yahweh, all right?" So he says, "Then I proclaimed a fast there at the river of Ahava, that we might afflict ourselves before Yahweh." To do what? To seek of him a right way for us, and for our little ones, and for all our substance. So here's what's going on. Ezra is saying, in the rebuilding of the wall and the rebuilding of the tabernacle, what he's saying is that we have to go on a fast. The affliction is the in the rebuilding and the reestablishment of Yahweh's kingdom. This is serious business, you all. I know we fast for a lot of, and King Cyrus, they were on one accord that the reestablishment of Yahweh's kingdom was not, Cyrus was not going to interfere because he was king. He was not going to be so-called call the shots with Yahweh's kingdom. They didn't want a man to direct Yahweh's kingdom. Even though Cyrus was king, he gave the permission to Ezra to go and rebuild. Cyrus the king said, "Listen, I give the decree, but that's as much as I'm going to do." So what Ezra had to do is that Ezra said, "Listen, everybody, you got to go back and read the story just one second time." He said, "Listen, we need to go on a fast and afflict ourselves that we might seek a right way from Yahweh." How read that there were two situations that arise that had to be dealt with in the reestablishment of Yahweh's kingdom. So this affliction, you're going pain, the hurt, and the struggle of Ezra as he begins to proceed in reestablishing and rebuilding the kingdom of Yah. He went through something in order for him to say he went through something in reestablishing. It wasn't all flowers. It wasn't all daisies. It wasn't all roses. He was afflicted. And he knew that he had to fast to seek the right direction of Yahweh. So let's continue read. So he says, then I proclaimed a fast there at the river of Ahava, that we might afflict ourselves. We're going to deal with two afflicts or afflictions. 6031 commentary. 6031. This affliction, or this being afflicted, this means chasten or to become weak. There are more words. To chasten, Yahweh say, I chasten those that I love. Or to become weak, to bring the body, the flesh, into weakness that the spirit may hear. So Ezra is saying, it is good that I was afflicted, that I might learn the statutes of Yahweh. We're going to see why. In the reestablishment, since King Cyrus was not going to lay his law down, there had to be a reestablishment of the law of Yahweh. So let's read. He said, for I was ashamed to require of the king a band of soldiers. See, he didn't want the king to have anything to do with rebuilding or reestablishing the kingdom of Yah. So he said, for I was ashamed to require of the king a band of soldiers and horsemen to help us against the enemy in the way. Because we have spoken unto the king, saying, the hand of our source, our power, our redeemer, our strength, the hand of our Elohim is upon all them for good that seek him. But his power and his wrath is against all them that forsake him. 23. So we fasted and besought our Abba for this, and he was entreated of us. Here's what Ezra said. Listen, it's kind of like what Ruth said. All right, no, not Ruth. Esther. Esther said, when I appear before the king, listen, if I perish, I perish, but I think that I'm doing something right, even though all the odds are against me. I'm going to proceed forward with the voice and the vision that Yahweh has given. Even though what he was saying is that I'm not going to allow no man to get the glory of the reestablishment of Yahweh's kingdom. He said, listen, I'm going to come up against some enemies, but you know what? I have put my trust and my hope and my faith in Yahweh, our Elohim, to rebuild his kingdom. And I'm not going to ask anything. I'm not going to ask for no help of no outside sources. I'm not going to ask any help because, see, I'm putting in our terms. I have talked so highly about Yahweh that I'm not going to ask anything of man. I have always put my faith, my trust in what he said, that he didn't ask anything of the king, because he said, if Yahweh's for me, who is the enemy that can be against me. Even though in rebuilding the wall, he knows he's going to come up against the enemy. But I'm not going to inquire. No soldiers, no physical help. By chance that man may get the glory, that man may be able to say that I done this, I sent my men, I done, you know that's how we get. That we'll begin to say, I done this, and Yahweh will never ever get no glory. So what Yahweh does and what Ezra decided to do is to say, I'm going forth in the name of Yahweh. I'm going, see, he was a scribe of the law, so he knew the law. So he was going forth, he was proceeding forward with what he knew about the law. He was going to rebuild the kingdom of Yahweh, and he's going to reestablish the kingdom of Yahweh in the law and not in man's help. See, man's help would have been what? The soldiers? The king, a band of soldiers and a horseman against any enemy that comes away. He was putting his faith, his trust. That's why, and you're going to see some dilemmas he came up with. And so out of the outcome of Ezra being responsible for such a great task, he's actually responsible for actually the rebuilding and the restructuring of the spiritual Israel. Let me read an insert. Let me see. I wasn't gonna go to it, but let me read an insert. I'm gonna read. Sometimes we gotta read in the Bible. Read those little paragraphs. All right. Read what is written in black and white. It says, I want to read this. It said, Ezra relates the story of two returns from Babylon. The first led by Zerubbabel to rebuild the temple. And the second under the leadership of Ezra to do what? To rebuild the spiritual condition of the people. Sandwiched between these two accounts is a gap of nearly 6 decades during which Esther lives and rules as queen in Persia. So Ezra is going to be responsible for rebuilding the spiritual condition when they were under captivity of Nebuchadnezzar. All right, it did something to their spirit. Yahweh has me on this path to rebuild. As we build the same time in the natural, what Yahweh wants somebody to do is to step up to the plate, because you cannot build the natural and not build the spiritual. What's going to happen? Somebody else is just going to come in and tear down and destroy what has been built. So Ezra is actually, though he's responsible for rebuilding the wall, the wall signifies putting the hedge back around Israel. So Ezra becomes responsible, listen to me, for rebuilding the spiritual condition of the children of Israel. I know we can relate today. There is a condition in Israel, a spiritual condition that is sick, is feeble, is weak, and it needs rebuilding. And somebody has to step up to the plate and rebuild the spiritual condition of our people. We're trying to do too much in the natural. We're trying to establish too much in the natural while our spirit is sick. Our spirit has a disease. Our spirit is diseased. Our spirit needs healing. Ezra was responsible for rebuilding the spiritual condition of Israel. Let me read on. Let me see if I want to read this. Ezra is the Aramaic form of Hebrew word Ezer, which means help, and perhaps means Yahweh's help. Ezra and Nehemiah were originally bound together as one book because Chronicles, Ezra, and Nehemiah were viewed as one continuous history. It's good to know nuggets sometimes. The Septuagint, a Greek language version of the Old Testament, translated in the 3rd century BC, calls Ezra, Nehemiah, Esdras, Deuteronomy, 2nd Esdras, 1st Esdras, as the name of the Apocrypha book of Esdras. The Latin title is Liber Primus Esdras, first book of Esdras. In the Latin Bible, Ezra is called 1st Ezra and Nehemiah is called 2nd Ezra. The reason why I go through such lists to explain, because once you understand the prophets and what they went through, we will begin to look around and really say, we really got it made. Not lightheartedly thinking that what you go through in your afflictions don't amount to anything. But if our ancestors, those and you all that's in leadership, if the prophets went through what they went through, of how they had to go through what they went through. See, sometimes we read the stories as if they're just cute little fable, little fairy tale stories. But if we read it in the reality and the totality of what it is, we will come to understand that our ancestors went through a great work. They suffered. They were afflicted. You have Shaul said that these things that they went through were just a shadow, an example of the shadow of the things to come. Meaning that Yahweh had our ancestors to experience what they went through, that we may understand, but not necessarily have to follow in the same footsteps. So they paved the way that we may be able to come and continue to teach our children 3 to 4 generations from now. Not that we have to actually get out on the wall with a scaffold and a hammer and mortar and cement and rebuild the wall ourselves, but we got to understand that somebody did it for us, and what they went through, we can make it where we are now. But we got to realize when there is a condition that needs to be healed, and how do we heal it, and how do we rebuild it, and how do we reestablish it? We got to understand first what made us sick. When you go to the doctor, they try to search out and see, well, what did you eat? What did you do? Did you take something? Was you somewhere that you shouldn't have? You know, they try to get all the symptoms before they diagnose to tell you the illness. We don't want a diagnosis in Israel. We're trying to build without a diagnosis. We need to understand and not take it for granted this affliction that Ezra went through. Ezra. So Ezra is responsible for rebuilding the spiritual condition of Israel. There's a spiritual condition. I know that I keep repeating myself, but Yahweh has shown me there is a spiritual condition in Israel that needs to be rebuilt. This is the second time. The first time is out of the book of Exodus when we was released from Pharaoh. This is what they call the second Exodus. The second time we have been released out of captivity to where there has to be a reestablishment and a rebuilding. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go to 9. Ezra chapter 9. So I just want you to understand what Ezra is doing in order for him to say in Psalms 119:71, it was good that I was afflicted, that I may learn your statutes. Are we willing to go through such affliction to learn Yahweh's ways? 9, 3-5. I really hate to skip around, but sake of time. And when I heard this thing, this is Ezra's affliction. We see one affliction when he wanted instructions and direction from Yahweh. He did what? He fasted and he afflicted himself for instructions on direction on how to proceed forward because he didn't have no help. As I read, he didn't have the help of the horsemen. He didn't have no soldiers to help him. And you knew back then that the enemy came and was fighting him all the time. There were physical battles all the time. Even though he's doing something spiritual, there were physical battles coming up against the spiritual assignment that was assigned to him. So 9 and 3. And when I heard this thing, I'm going to go back up and I'm going to let you hear the thing. And when I heard this thing, I rent my garments and my mantle and plucked off the hair of my head and my beard and sat down astounded. Let me see how far I want to go. To 5. Then were assembled unto me every one that trembled at the words of Yahweh of Israel, because of the transgression of those that had been carried away. And I sat astonished unto the evening sacrifice. And at the evening sacrifice I arose up from my heaviness. Now this is Ezra's affliction. This is him. In Psalms 119:71, we quote this all the time, but you need to know from whence this came. This is the affliction of Ezra, the priest. I'm talking about a priest who has been set aside, set apart for the use of Yahweh's will, plan, and purpose of kingdom living. Afflicted, the scribe, who everybody looked up to, who's responsible for the rebuilding the spiritual condition of Israel. This is his affliction. Yes, he afflicted himself. He fasted. He had a heaviness of heart. A lot of people think that a priest or someone who's called set aside, set apart, that they don't have no worries, that they don't go through nothing in life. It's just daisy and roses and just, it's not at all. There are afflictions that come almost every single day. Because you have the responsibility of rebuilding Yahweh's kingdom. So Ezra says, and at the evening sacrifice I arose up from my heaviness. And having rent my garments and my mantle, I fell upon my knees and spread out my hands unto Yahweh, my Elohim. Trying to see if I want to read on. Let me go back. Let's see why Ezra has a heaviness of heart. Why is he heavy? Why is he plucking out his hair? Why is he rent his clothes? He tore his clothes. He fell on his face. Let's see why. Go up. Let's go to 1. Now, when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, the people of Israel, the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to their abominations, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. And they have taken other daughters for themselves. See, Ezra is writer. He's a scribe. He knows the law. There has been an offense in the law. There's an offense. Remember what Ezra's doing. He's rebuilding and he's reestablishing the spiritual condition of Israel. And in doing so, this rebuilding is done by the law. So he says, for they have taken other daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yes, the hand of the princes and rulers have been chief in this trespass. They had went in and wanted to do what the surrounding nations were doing, and what the surrounding nations were doing in the reestablishment and the rebuilding of the kingdom of Yahweh and rebuilding the spiritual condition of Israel could not be done what other people did. And so what had happened, Ezra says, listen, you're going to have to do away with those daughters, those women that you have taken in, and you're going to have to do away with them. Why? Because they carry a seed that brings abomination and things against Yahweh's kingdom. There's more revelation in that, but I don't want to get off into that. I don't want to change the path of what we own. Ezra's affliction, the concern that he had. Can you imagine how he feels? Ezra is the keeper and the scribe of the Torah. And when there is an offense against the Torah, he becomes heavy. I don't know about, but we don't come heavy no more when there's an offense. If there's an offense against me personally, yes, we want to take action. But when there is an offense against the Torah, I don't see leaders getting heavy. I don't see them crying and weeping. I don't see the hurt and I don't see the pain. I don't see the sincerity of the law anymore. Ezra was heavy because there was an offense, not against him. He had a burden on his shoulder. He had a weight on his shoulder that he was carrying. He had a charge that Yahweh had given him in rebuilding the spiritual condition of the people. And so when the offenses began to come, he became heavy. These were abominations against Yahweh. He hurt inside. Jump down to 9 and 6. Then we're going to go to 10 and 1. I'm almost wrapping up too. And said, 9 and 5, we read that. Said he arose, he had a heaviness, he rent his garments, he fell to his knees, he spread out his hands and said, oh my Elohim. What he said, oh my source, oh my power, my strength, my redeemer, my savior, my sovereign one, my righteous one. He says, I am ashamed and blush to lift up my face to thee, my Yahweh. For our iniquities are increased over our head, and our trespass is grown up unto the heavens. Seeing the condition of the people, it became overwhelming. How am I going to get them out of doing the abominations and the things that you have told us not to do? How am I going to rebuild with such abominations in these people? How am I going to rebuild with everybody going about and establishing their own way? I have no help. I didn't ask help of the king. I'm all by myself. You've given me a charge, and I see what these people are doing against your law, but yet you want me to rebuild your wall, rebuild your temple, rebuild the condition of your people. But what's going on is just such wickedness. It's wicked. He became, how are they going to, they had the law before. Why? What would make them turn around now? Why would you give me such a charge with such wickedness and such trespass and such abomination when these people had your law before and they turn and begin to do wickedness and trespasses and iniquities against you? Why would you give me such a charge? I don't know what to do. This thing is too heavy for me. This cup is too much for me. This is what Ezra is going through. He knows the law, but he sees the condition of the people. He sees what they're, Ezra already knows. You said way back that these are stiff-necked people. These are stubborn people. They go about and establish their own way, but yet he's afflicted, you all. Not because his own personal life, he's afflicted with a charge that has been placed on him, and he's walking all alone. Nobody understands how to build spiritually. We can build physically. We can get some nails and some hammers and some boards. We can get some cement and some water. We can get the physical things to build, but who's building spiritually? Praise Yah, hallelujah. Since the days of our fathers have we been in a great trespass unto this day. And for our iniquities have we, our kings and our priests, been delivered into the hand of the kings of the lands, to the sword, to captivity, and to a spoil, and to the confusion of face as it is this day. I don't even know. I'm not going to go no further. Let's go to 10 and 1. Now when Ezra had prayed, and when he had confessed, weeping. Do you see the affliction? It kind of seems like this. In the rebuilding, all he did was weep and cry and pray. Now when Ezra had prayed, and when he had confessed, weeping and casting himself down before the house of Yahweh, there assembled unto him out of Israel a very great congregation of men and women and children. For the people wept very sore. And Shechaniah, the son of Jehiel, one of the sons of Enoch, answered and said unto Ezra, we have trespassed against our Abba, our Yahweh, and have taken strange wives of the people of the land. Yet now there is hope in Israel concerning this thing. Now therefore let us make a covenant with our Abba, with Yahweh, to put away all the wives, and such as are born of them according to the counsel of Yahweh. And of those that tremble at the commandment of our Yahweh, and let it be done according to the law. Arise, for this matter belongeth unto thee. we also will be with thee. Be of good courage and do it. Then arose Ezra and made the chief priests, the Levites, and all Israel to swear that they should do according to this word, and they swear. Then Ezra, I wasn't going to read this, but we need to have understanding. Then Ezra rose up from before the house of Yahweh and went into the chamber of Yochanan and the son of Elishib. And when he came thither, he did eat no bread, nor drink water, for he mourned because of the transgression of them that had been carried away. Now he's talking about the captivity, all right? He's in affliction over a lot of circumstances, situation, in reestablishing and rebuilding this wall and the condition, the spirit condition of the people. 10 and 7. And they made proclamation throughout Judah and Jerusalem unto all the children of the captivity, that they should gather themselves together unto Jerusalem, and that whosoever would not come within 3 days, according to the counsel of the princes and of the elder, all his substance should be forfeited, and himself separated from the congregation of those that had been carried away. Then all the men of Judah and Benjamin gathered themselves together to Jerusalem within 3 days. It was the 9th month, on the 12th day, on the 20th day of the month. And all the people sat in the street of the house of Yahweh, trembling because of this matter. No, they had fear back then. And for the great rain. And Ezra the priest stood up and said unto them, you have transgressed. You have taken strange wives to increase the trespass of Israel. Now therefore make confession unto Yahweh Elohim of our fathers, and do his pleasure, and separate yourselves from the people of the land and from the strange wives. Then all the congregation answered and said with a loud voice, as thou hast said, so must we do. But the people are many, and it is a time of much rain, and we are not able to stand without. Neither is this a work of 1 day or 2, for we are many that have transgressed in this thing. Let now our rulers of all the congregation stand, and let all them which have taken strange wives in our cities come in appointed times, and with them the elders of every city, and the judges thereof, unto the fierce wrath of our Abba for this matter be turned from us. Only Jonathan, the son of Asahel, and Jahaziah, the son of Tikva, were employed about this matter, and Meshullam and Shabbathai, the Levite, helped them. And the children of the captivity did so. And Ezra the priest with certain chief of the fathers, after the house of their fathers, and all of them by their names were separated, and sat down in the first day of the 10th month to examine this matter. And they made an end with all the men that had taken strange wives by the first day of the first month. Okay, I'm not going to read. What I wanted to do is I wanted you to understand Ezra's. He said, listen, it was good that I went through what he had to go through to rebuild the wall. And what he had to go through to repair the spiritual condition of the people. What it made him do was to go to the law to carry out the instructions of Yahweh. So what Ezra is saying is that my affliction, all the ways that I afflicted myself, through fasting, through prayer, through rending up my clothes, to falling down to the ground, to see It was good because it turned me. I didn't have no other resource to talk. Remember, I couldn't go to the king. I didn't have nothing and nobody to depend on. The only dependency I had was the statutes of Yahweh to reestablish this heavy burden that Yahweh placed on me, this heavy charge that Yahweh placed on me. My affliction brought me to the statutes of Yahweh. Let me read, let me finish out. Go to Nehemiah 8:2. Nehemiah 8:2. So we can understand. Nehemiah becomes a part. So after the rebuilding of the wall, after cleaning up some matters, after cleaning out Israel with matters that needed to be cleaned up, if they did not clean up such things, then the same atrocity that happened before will happen again. So they got it all cleaned up. We see what Ezra went through. Now 8:2. And Ezra the priest, let's go to 1. And all the people gathered themselves together as one man into the street that was before the water gate. And they spake unto Ezra the scribe to bring the book of the law of Moshe, which Yahweh had commanded to Israel. And Ezra the priest brought the law before the congregation, both of men and women, and all that could hear with understanding upon the first day of the month, upon the first day of the 7th month. And he read therein before the street that was before the water gate from the morning until midday, before the men and the women and those that could understand. And the ears of all the people were attentive unto the book of the law. Go to 3 and 9. I'm just wrapping it up. 3 and 9. No, stay at 8. Slick on, stay at 8. And I'm going to read verses 3. Let me see if that's what I got. No, go to 9 and 10. I apologize. My notes on my card. All right? Go to 9. Stay at 8. Go to verse 9. And Nehemiah, which is the Tishatha, and Ezra the priest, the scribe, and the Levites that taught the people said unto all the people, this day is holy unto Yahweh, your Abba, or Elohim, or Yahweh. Mourn not, nor weep, for all the people wept when they heard the words of the law. They had not listened. They were in captivity. Remember from whence they're coming. They were in captivity. The law was not able to be read. Then, once they came off from under captivity, they served like the surrounding nations around them. They did as they did. So they were not attentive. They hadn't heard the law in decades. It says, for all the people, 8-9, wept when they heard the words of the law. 10. Then he said unto them, go your way, eat the fat. Remember, he put them on the fast. Remember? All right? He put them on the fast. And drink the sweet, and send portions unto them for whom nothing is prepared. For this day is holy unto our sovereign. Neither be ye sorry, for the joy of Yahweh is your strength. We quote that all the time, but we don't know where these come from. We don't know. Out of the pit of the belly of the soul of a person where these scriptures and these quotes come from. We don't know. We got to know where they came from so that we can begin to relate, so that we can begin to put people, saying, hold your peace, for the day is holy. Neither be ye grieved. And all the people went their way to eat and to drink and to send portions and to make great mirth because they had understood the words that were declared unto. It's a beautiful thing to hear the law and understand clearly what you understand. That's what I wanted to do today. I wanted to let you understand how Ezra came up. How would a priest say it's good? Don't listen. We think people in leadership that they will walk the good life. Ezra said they will easy walk. When I say good life, I'm not meaning stuff. I'm talking about a more easier walk. Nobody will testify to it's good that I was afflicted. It's good that I was afflicted, that I may learn the statutes of Yahweh. But here's Ezra. He was able to make that statement because of the affliction and the law was given. The people returned unto Yahweh. They returned from doing all the abominations and the trespasses and the iniquities. They returned, they repented, and they returned and they came home. So he was able to say, it was good that I suffered. It was good that I afflicted. If my affliction will cause you to turn back unto Yahweh, the Creator, and serve and do as He say do, as He's given us the laws, the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments, and the Torah. In my affliction, as being a priest, as being a priestess, as being a pastor, as being an apostle, and if my walk I suffer, many are suffering, but in the end, if it will cause you to turn back unto the Creator who has created you in my affliction, it is good that I am afflicted, that I may learn the statutes of Yahweh. That's why he was able to say it wasn't out of selfishness. His suffering was for his people. The suffering, he looked beyond his selfish needs, and he looked beyond his own personal needs, and he looked through the eyes of Yahweh, and Yahweh told him to sacrifice who he was and to be afflicted and go through what you gotta go through for my people. Yahweh places a charge on individuals every now and then that they go through some sufferings just to come and hear, just to come so you can hear the law read unto you Sabbath after Sabbath. That's why in a couple messages ago I said, listen, don't look at a leader and their suffering and what you don't think that they don't have. They don't have it because they have a charge on their life that they may come before you and read the law in its entirety. And to cause you to understand that you may turn and repent and turn back unto the Creator. We don't know the charge that Yahweh has placed on individuals. We don't know how they afflicted out of your sight that they may be able to come before every time. It causes me to drop to my knees and to lay prostrate. The affliction is good if it's causing me to pray and to build and to have a more intimate relationship with the Father. The affliction is good. At the beginning I said, and I'm getting ready to close. As I'm ending, go to Psalms 34 and 17. Psalms 34 and 17, but in the beginning, I said that I wouldn't change anything. Everything that I went through in life, I wouldn't go back. If it has caused me to get to a place and I'm here on the Sabbath and I'm serving and I'm worshiping Yahweh, not worshiping man, but I'm worshiping Yahweh in spirit and in truth. I'm hearing his law. It was good that I went through my afflictions, whatever sufferings that I went through in childhood and teenagehood, in my 20s and in my 30s and in my 40s. It was good that I was afflicted because I stand before you and I'm worshiping Yahweh in spirit and in truth. It was good. I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change my errors. I wouldn't change my flaws. I wouldn't change what I don't know. I wouldn't change what I do know. I won't change what I achieved. I won't change what I didn't achieve because I'm standing here talking, decreeing, and declaring the name of Yahweh. It turned me to my Father. I know how to face the east. It turned me to the statutes, the laws, and the commandments. The commandments tell me to honor my brother and my father, that my days may be long upon the earth, that I may have a good walk. It teaches me how to respect my elders. I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change all I've been through. I love one thing I do. I love because the word has taught me how to love, that Yahweh so loved the world. Yahweh allowed me. He shared his love with me. And so I know how to love my enemy. I know how to love those who despitefully use me. I know how to love, hallelujah, the wicked. I know how to love those that the downtrodden, those that nobody won't deal with, because why? Yahweh so loved me. I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing about me. Praise God. Psalms 34 and 17. I said I wasn't going to keep you hanging. Because at this point, you done heard everything that Ezra went through and his affliction and his heaviness and all he went through. And you say, well, wow, my little stuff I go through, maybe I shouldn't complain. But I want to stop by here to encourage you. On tonight in Psalms 34 and 17, it says that the righteous cry, and Yahweh heareth, and deliver them out of all their troubles. Yahweh is nigh unto them that are broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. 19. Very familiar passage of scripture says, and many. It's not that you're not going to not go through some things. It said many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yahweh delivered out of them all. If Ezra said, it was good that I was afflicted, that I may come to learn the statutes. What I want you to do with your many afflictions, because oftentimes we feel like because we're on the path that we're on, that we're not going to go through nothing, that we're not going to experience nothing, that we're not going to be of heavy heart and contrite spirit, and that we're not going to cry sometime, and that we're not going to be a little weary affliction that he suffered. But he said it's the good of the affliction. The good of the affliction, the good of what you're going through is for a good work. Be not weary in well doing, for you shall reap if you faint not. That's Yahweh's word. Yahweh has me on a path of rebuilding. Israel needs to be rebuilt. Not the physical, but the spiritual. Your spiritual being needs to be rebuilt. The world as a whole, the spirit of the world needs rebuilding. Everybody, the world is sick. The world is weary. The world is of heavy heart. The world is depressed. The world is stressed. But let me close with this. Yes, said, many are the afflictions of the righteous. Some things you're going to suffer for kingdom's sake. And nobody's going to understand why you're suffering. Nobody's going to understand why you take all that you take for the sake. Yahweh places a charge on you and say that you got to sacrifice for the kingdom. You got to suffer for the kingdom's sake. That's why I tell people, listen, don't put a call on your life. It's not glamorous. And if he hasn't anointed and appointed, then the walk, you won't understand the walk. And you will get weary, but not for the well-doing. But for the righteous, many afflictions. Many afflictions are the righteous. But Yahweh delivered us out of them all. Knowing, stand on the path, and it's for a good cause. It's for a good cause. And at the end, you shall get a reward. That's what Yahweh placed on my heart. That's what he placed on me to talk about, speak about. And so I'm on this journey. To rebuild spiritually, not to focus on the natural. To balance it out, what I tell you, find somebody who's speaking about the natural so you can get encouraged. I would that thou prosper and be in good even as thy soul prosper. Find balance. Find somebody. Inspiration, Les Brown. He's an inspirational speaker. All right? Build yourself up in the natural, but don't neglect the spiritual. Yahweh is concerned about the rebuilding of the spiritual house. That's what I'm saying. If you build a spiritual house, the natural will fall in place. It will be so much easier, but if there's an unbalance and you build the natural and don't give attentiveness to the spiritual, then one is going to outweigh the other, and one is going to overwhelm the other. You have to build your spiritual house. May Yahweh bless you. May Yahweh keep you. May Yahweh's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. And in this way, Yahweh said, this is how you are to put my name, Yahweh, upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them. Shabbat Shalom. If you're not doing anything tomorrow, Saturday sunrise at 1 o'clock, please be sure to join us on Facebook, where my husband, Pastor Ted Williams, he'll be coming for you, I believe, on Periscope and Facebook and YouTube, I believe. So Yahweh bless you. Remain blessed. Selah.
you know how to stop the YouTube? You know how to stop the YouTube?